Hello, my name is Franz and today we are going to look into look transfer. So the problem we would like to solve here is that I have a negative film and I have another version of this film as a positive, and I would like to transfer the look from my positive onto my negative. So how do I do that? Well, first of all, here we have the negative part loaded into the diamant already. And what I can do is I load an additional source from the same movie, but a different version, a positive version as additional source. So I can switch to the additional source to see that's how the positive looks, that's how the negative looks, and we want to transfer this look onto that image. And how would I do that? Well, we have a new filter in Diamant, which is a third-party filter optionally to Diamant. And this one is called Look Transfer. So when I drop this down, it says here now image not processable because I need to load a reference frame. Well, there's a trick to do this. I can either drop a frame in here or load a frame in here, or I can use this with a little trick. So I right click on the timeline, go to grab still image, grab still 1. So this is now loaded as still image 1. And I go back to my look transfer filter. Here is my load button. And instead of loading a file, I could use still image 1. So this would load this image as a reference image and uses that image to create more or less a 3D lookup table to transfer this look onto that. So in this case, the picture is not ideal, because there is on the border there is some color information on both images which are not great to use. So how can I fix that? Well, here I have a little edit button. But the overall first, this is now when I go to my original here and switch between A and B. So we have already transferred this look onto that image with that result. So I can compare it now to the additional, to the positive. Let's do a side by side. You see, well, it's not too bad. Here on the left side is my positive, here is the negative with the look transfer. But still, it's not ideal. So how would I improve that now? Well, let's go to here. Here is my little edit button. And you see here that there are some colors at that which we don't want. So I go here to select crop region. So I crop this image a little bit over here. So I have just this then for the analysis. And the same here, I would create an analysis region to avoid that the calculation would be done on that. And so this is now using the cropped versions of the reference image and here on my image as well. So the calculation takes some time for this, but this has to be done only once. Once the 3D LUT is done, the application of the 3D LUT to the rest of the shot is very quick. Let's go to the parameters a little bit in here meanwhile. First is here we have different types. So the standard is multichromatic, but it could also deal with monochromatic or two-color films. Then there's a color match model. Now we have selected scene. Let's select image as well. So what is the difference? Scene means I need as a reference image one image from the scene, but it doesn't matter which one. color match model image means I need to have exactly the same image like we have in our calculation, so meaning there's the same contents in both images. So here you would get if you have this, you get the best possible lookup table out of it. And there's another one as a kind of a universal match, so you have a color image which you would transfer the colors basically from this image onto that image. So that's not that accurate, but works for some cases as well. Then there's a LUT resolution. I just use 16-bit. You can have a more detailed LUT if necessary. Calculation time will go up a little bit, but as I said, you do this only once per scene, maybe. Well, once this is done, let's hit, you can hit here on the render, which will apply then the created LUT on the rest of the images. So let's switch back to the original and compare it. Well, yes, it applied this look on that image. Now we look at a different image over here, and as you see, it's working nice as well. Since we apply a 3D LUT, there is no reason why there should be a problem with flickering or something else. Let's play now a side-by-side. I turn off the region here. Let's go in a side-by-side mode of this, and let's play through to show the before and after of this sequence where we have applied the 3D LUT which we have created earlier. So basically there are different ways how to use this look transfer. So that's just one example how to apply the positive grade onto a negative. But I'm sure there are different ways how you can use this nicely. Thanks for watching this tutorial. Goodbye.